Oh, neat. My microphone isn't muted. Well, don't believe the lies. The stream isn't ready yet. Needs another couple minutes. The world is a cruel mistress. It's too hot with my fan off. It's too cold with my fan on. Quite the conundrum. Now to play Trackmania and listen to some hoppin' beats. And hopefully forget about that. So, I did play more off stream from when I first started doing this. And what I did was I got some of these missing author medals that I got. I got some of the missing author medals. Such as 08. I believe 10, 6, most of these blue ones that do have it. And then I haven't really done anything else. Time to hop straight into 19. Apparently I cannot speak today. Shocking. Starting with a several second delay. This is going to be a free PB. Crashing into walls. This is going to be a free PB. Ha 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 ha. Big ol' ice turn. I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting a hairpin turn right there like that. Is this going to be yet another hairpin turn but grass? Yeah. And then there's the finish. Okay. You know, I'm on some carpet right now. Where my computer is, it's in a room with carpet. Have a little mat for my chair so that it doesn't like mess up the carpet. Fucking sucks. It's awful. The chair's weight alone causes it to indent into that little mat to prevent it from damaging it, and the chair just kind of gets stuck if I try to adjust it. Such a small thing. Such an annoying thing. Alright. Behold, this run will be god-awful. But no matter what, I'm saving 4.5 seconds. That could have gone a lot better. And then this is going to be hairpin turn number 1, which I should be drifting into. Come around. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Up. Around. Down. And in. I kind of want to kick back and play with the controller. Yeah. Where is that damn thing? Come to me, my controller. Am I off center? I look off center. Oh man. So people are still bitching about Starfield and pulling random shit about out their ass. I really need to land that much better. What I mean is, like, Starfield's kind of like the popular game to hate on right now. Every Bethesda game is when it comes out. Because it's not previous Bethesda game, it's... Alright. But I see so many comments in general about it where it's like, oh, this is Starfield looks awful. Like, I get like not liking a particular graphic style or whatever, but like it's pretty disingenuous to say that it I cannot play with controller. It's disingenuous for people to be like, oh, it looks worse than Skyrim. And it's like, motherfucker, have you played Skyrim? Have you played a game from what was it 2011? Starfield looks better than Fallout 4, let alone fucking Skyrim. I've seen people unironically state that it looked worse than Oblivion, and that's just like, what? Like, what? so many people are just hopping on that hate bandwagon. Is it a perfect game? No. It has quite a few flaws. But a lot of people, I don't know what they were expecting really from Starfield. It's a Bethesda game. It's not suddenly going to turn into Star Citizen. It's not going to be a slightly more casual Star Citizen. It's not No Man's Sky, which was insanely overhyped and overpromised. Now, I'm glad the devs stuck with No Man's Sky, but that doesn't change that like 90% of the shit they said like was never going to be in the game. Or if it was at a service level. I don't know. People just overhype games now. Like Baldur's Gate 3. No. Before anyone starts thinking I'm getting super controversial with this, what I mean is there are some issues with Baldur's Gate 3. Some. Are they major? No. Do they have to do with the writing? A little bit, but that's not because of the writing, it's because of the triggers for the writing. The technical side. Like, for example, in my playthrough, I started a relatively recent, I have relatively recently started a playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. I keep restarting it because I keep wanting to try like different races to get like the different like race specific dialogue. And in my current playthrough, two of my companions, well, they didn't get along, so they tried to kill each other. Except for the fact that they talked about one of them killing the other while they were both standing right next to me. Like, what? That didn't happen. There wasn't a scene for it. It literally did not happen. Just, it has a lot of little issues like that. And I'm gonna be honest, probably the biggest issue with Baldur's Gate 3 is the companion AI. For when you're running around and your companions follow you, like you're in control of one companion or one character of the 4 that you can have in your party, not including summons, zombies, minions, all that jazz. So they constantly get stuck on stuff. Like, it's to the point where I am regularly having to, like, even if it's just a basic, like, I'm constantly leaving companions behind and not finding out basically until I get into a fight. And then the other companions, like, in a completely different zone because I failed to notice that they haven't been following me for 10 minutes, 20 minutes. And it's just, it's a consistent thing. It's not like it's happening once or twice. It's happening all the time. Good game, but my god. The fact that the companions like actually exist and act real, like with the environment, and there are issues because of that, is so fucking annoying. Like, I have rage quit playing Baldur's Gate 3 multiple times over the companions just randomly getting stuck and me having to fucking deal with it. Oh, what's that? You want to continue forwards? And here's a gap that literally everyone can jump across. Well, the person with the furthest jump range in the party somehow can't make the jump. It's physically impossible. That's a thing that I have had happen to me multiple times. Like, that wasn't very good. Fun game. But I don't know about other people, but frequently the thing that actually super pisses me off about games is those really small things. I completely forgot how to play on ice for a second. Behold. That was terrible. Oh, that's right. I have icy wheels, so that's going to mess with the drifting and stuff. Although I don't know how long icy wheels last on dirt. Alright, whatever. I know this is super early in the stream, but be right back. I'm grabbing a drink. All right. Let's change my setup a little bit. Keyboard has been moved. My chair's a little lower. And okay, good. I don't seem to have broken my neck. You know, that's one thing about VTuber stuff with like a 3D avatar, is it's super easy to like just have the neck of your thing just break. Because you adjust your position slightly and then it just seems to sometimes it resets, sometimes it doesn't. Like the tracking resets sometimes, so it'll use like the new position of the avatar as like the default, even though like you're not there, and it's bad. Almost as bad as my gameplay. What is this garbage? This map isn't that hard. Man, that was quite the release. That wasn't great. These lines I'm taking are awful. Like, what? Why am I going out so far? I know why I'm going out so far. Because I'm bad. But let's not talk about that. There we go. That's something approaching decent. Ooh, that was... almost something really bad. That was something really bad. I'm disgusted. This is going to be a PB. So, I have a hot take for everybody. This one might actually be a little hot. So, don't get annoyed. If you think a legitimate reply for a major complaint about a game is just mod it, you can go fuck yourself. Stop defending shit devs. There we go, hot take. This is kind of going back to the Starfield stuff, like, just Bethesda games in general. It's like, oh, they have a lot of issues and a lot of people's are like, just mod it. Ew, what was that? But it also was me like just randomly remembering Elden Ring. Like, I had a huge issue with the FPS lock in Elden Ring. It's 2023. A 60 FPS game that stutters like a motherfucker and is locked to 60 FPS, but is, well, it looks actually like a PS4 game, and it's about as heavy on my computer to play as one, which is to say, not very. Ew, I just pissed away all my time. But I had multiple people just tell me, not just tell me, but tell me when I was playing Elden Ring, just download mods, it'll fix it. And it's like, you don't see how it's an issue at the devs being unable to do a basic PC feature, especially when it has zero effect on their game. Their non-competitive game. What the hell was that? I'm staunchly growing anti-mod because of people's behavior about them. Like, they seem to think, lots of people act like it's this glorious fix-all that'll solve every single problem you have with the game. And do they solve problems? Yes. But it also, instead of you complaining to the devs for very basic things, like, hey, your UI's dog shit, instead of complaining and continuously complaining, you just fix it. Give them... I know exactly what I'm doing wrong. I'm letting go of accelerate when I'm going into that turn. I don't know why I'm doing it, but it's like Todd Howard for Starfield has straight up said he likes the UI mod, like the big one, Sky UI for Skyrim or whatever it is. And then like goes and introduces a not amazing UI for Starfield. And like people are just like, who cares? Just mod it, bro. Am I just entering that at a bad angle? Probably. I don't know. I liked mods a lot more before everyone was monetizing the fuck out of them. And I know someone's going to come here and go, but they deserve the efforts of their labor. Motherfucker, I cared about modding when it was a goddamn hobby and it wasn't monetized. Stop monetizing your hobbies. Be happy. Just enjoy yourself. Don't make a quick buck. Like the DLSS mod for Starfield, for example. People, rightfully so, were upset that they weren't getting DLSS. I'm not going to take that away from them. It's shitty that Bethesda did that. But like the amount of people that were defending like, oh, it's super hard to put DLSS in, and everyone like who's ever done it has been like, no, it's not. They have FSR in the game. You literally just do this, this, and this, and it fucking works. And then people fucking literally day one, because of a paid paywall mod for DLSS, went and implemented it on their own and implemented it better than the guy who was making like $40,000 a month off of just DLSS mods. Like, come on. There's a difference between people being unable to do something and unwilling to do something. Like, Bethesda was unwilling to put DLSS in at launch. FromSoft is unwilling to do anything above 60 FPS. And modders are willing to forgive game companies to the extreme because they can just fix it in post. Alright, now that cringy hot take is over. I don't know. I have strong opinions about a lot of things. Are they good opinions? Generally not. I know I come up with hot takes. And some of them are quite hot indeed. But the amount of apologies for game devs, like not doing basic shit. Shit that was like standard like a decade ago is infuriating. I'm slowly learning how to drift again. Like, imagine playing Trackmania, but there was a known bug that had been in the game literally since, I don't know, the original Trackmania. And they could fix it, but they didn't. And it's like an actual game-breaking bug. Not something like the Uber drift. Something like, oh hey, under these exact conditions, your brake key just doesn't work for half a second. And then they never fixed it. People would be up in arms about that. But if you could fix it with a mod, a lot more people would be willing to defend them never fixing it. Just download the mod, bro. You know, that's probably part of the reason why I don't like FromSoft games. I'm very, like, anti a lot of community douchery, which modding has quite a bit of. Like, just please, guys, don't simp for the companies that are making more than your entire family will for, like, the next 9 generations. Like, in a single year. This music is too upbeat for my grouchy attitude. If you don't know who got brought on the grouchy mouse today, well, I was the other day in a Discord talking to some peeps, and there were mild complaints about mods not working because of a patch in a game. And I know some, not those specific people, but some people I do know can't really play the game without mods. And I mean that as a skill issue type of deal. Like, we would have had a better time if, when their mods weren't working, if they just dipped. Because they didn't bother. I'm just going to stop there. I'm going to get real salty. We don't need that. We also don't need me crashing into walls. But, like, they were just talking about cosmetic mods and not working, and that just reminded me of the entire mod thing. Mixed that with people complaining about Starfield, and woo, brought back a lot of salt that I've been saving up. I'm gonna get salty if I don't stop crashing into these walls. Holy crap. What awful lines I'm taking. They're hideous. And the fact that that run saved a second and a half and I still bonked the wall is... I'm not happy. I mean, I'm already not happy, but I'm extra not happy. I should rename myself like Mr. Grinch. So cranky. That's the real reason I'm playing Trackmania so much. It's harder to be toxic when I'm on my own. Please do not look at my streaming history and prove that I actually have not been playing Trackmania that much recently. Yeah. It's been off stream. No, the salt keeps on coming. The salt never stops flowing. I was gonna say it never flows, but that's literally the exact opposite. So Warhammer 40k recently had an update, and by recently I mean it was like yesterday. It's a horde shooter game. The whole point of it is you get from point A to point B, complete the objectives, and kill a metric buttload of enemies. And, well, let's just leave it at the launch was disastrous. The post-launch content was pretty bad. It's supposed to be a live service game, and they weren't doing a lot of the live servicing because they were having to fix their own issues from the launch. And fuck me. The update that they released like fixed a lot of stuff. Stuff that like should have been like how the game was literally on launch. But it wasn't. They kicked it out the fucking door and then spent like 9 months shitting the bed trying to fix it. Man, it's a fun game, and I could actually genuinely recommend people to play it now. But, whoo, that launch state. That's a lot of games this year, though. This is the year of, like, don't play games at launch. Like, this was a year to start being a patient gamer. This is it. Jedi Survivor, absolute garbage at launch. And quite frankly, I'm glad I didn't get it because they still have not fixed some of those issues. Some of the bigger issues, mind you. I mean, Starfield's performance isn't great, but it's consistent, kind of. Like, it's always not great in the exact same spots. There was Redfall. That game was a dumpster fire, to say the least. I know there are others that I'm not thinking of right now. Man, AAA's been a dumpster fire. I'm sure Ubisoft has released a dumpster fire this year. They always do. Unlike Ubisoft and Nadeo, fucking pumping out banger after banger. I can't say that. This is the only Trackmania game I've played. There could be a bad Trackmania game in there somewhere. In slightly less salty news, the upscaling technology FSR 3 specifically, the newest version, just came out. Admittedly, they chose the games that it's in are kind of like, why? But it's pretty nifty. So, a lot of modern games use upscaling technology. if you don't know what that is, it renders your game at a lower resolution and then upscales it for you to see it on like your monitor. So if you're playing at 1080p, it can upscale it from 720p, and you'll have the visuals of roughly 1080p, but you'll actually be playing at 720p, and you'll get the performance of if you were playing at 720p. Or like 4K to 1080. Stuff like that. You get much better performance for usually a minor cost in visuals. And NVIDIA's version of it is locked to NVIDIA products. AMD's version is not locked to AMD products. So good on AMD for that. Unfortunately for AMD, the quality of their upscaling is a little worse. Kinda noticeably worse. Boo. But the newest update for it has added something that is really, honestly, kind of nice. Now, mind you, so let me tell you what it is. They added frame generation. NVIDIA came out with frame generation, and they locked it down to their 40 series GPUs, the current generation. It says, it's only possible on this generation of GPUs, blah, 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 blah. And the idea of it is, it creates a new frame for your GPU, or it creates a new frame in between two current frames. Like, it'll use the info it's getting in order to, it effectively doubles your frame rate. Or not necessarily doubles, but it'll double it to 50 to 100% increase in FPS when you use it. And FSR 3, AMD's upscaling technology, is coming with that frame generation, except they're doing it in a different way from NVIDIA, which will work for every GPU, which is really neat. And I saw like a bunch of people talking about it like forever ago, and I was like, I don't care, I'm not using it. Fake frames, all that jazz. And the Forspoken and Immortals of Avum? Immortals of something? Had FSR 3 added to it with the frame generation. So I downloaded the Forspoken demo, which also got it, mind you. And that shit is magic. I literally cranked up the settings. My computer was playing it with ultra maxed out ray tracing on Forspoken at 60 FPS. And frame generation just bumped it straight to 120. Now, it didn't quite have the latency of 120 FPS, but it had the smoothness. Like, I wouldn't want to play something competitive with frame generation, but for a single player game, like cranking up to the max the graphical settings and then turning on frame generation to get the smoothness of 120, it's pretty fucking neat. Like, it's a lot better than I was expecting. The only downside is if you want to try FSR 3, you basically have to download, well, either have to already own the game, one of the games that it's in, or you'd have to download the FSR 3 demo, the Forspoken demo. And quite frankly, that's 40 gigs for a mediocre game. It's not exactly... How am I need all golds, don't I? This is my last gold. Ugh. I am playing like garbage. Like, I am extra bad today. And then he got this run. Oh, that was a PB until it wasn't. I lost a lot of speed there. That's not great. I keep bumping into that wall because I keep full turning into it. Also, it doesn't help that there's a bug that keeps bumping into my face. I should not have released. That was bad. What was that? What? I swear it's not my fault. I'm not bad at video games, it's because I don't have a 4090. If I got a 4090, I could do this map. Haha. I need to start that drift earlier. Oh, come on. I just full turned straight into the barrier. Why? I can tell you why. It's because God is dead. Me failing to get this gold is obviously the proof why God is dead. If there was a kind God, he would just let me free. Actually, that would just mean there's a cruel God. Not a dead one. Oh no. How bad is my end that I gain a second on it? Holy crap. I pissed away all of my time and then just get it all back in the literal last second. Oh my god. Alright. Time for the pep talk. Remember, Mouse. Just because you are trash at this game does not mean you can't do it. It is trash can, not trash cannot. Pep talk done. Now, to instant gold this bitch and move on to the harder tracks. And cry, because that's a fucking 4-second author time difference. Yes, I know it's 3 point something, not actually 4. But I'm rounding. You know, I think it's because when I played Trackmania off stream, I was listening to a lot of Asking Alexandria. That shit is dope. Actually, I wasn't even specifically listening to like proper Asking Alexandria. I was listening to a remix, like a track radio on Tidal, based off one of the remixes of one of their songs. A Single Moment of Sincerity, the KC Blitz remix. Love that song. Now I'm listening to stuff that won't get copyright claimed and sharing it with the world. Wow, that's garbage. Hot doo-doo. My fingers, they do not respond to me. That almost ended poorly. Look at that speed loss. I would say it did end poorly. Oh, but look at that speed gain. It wasn't bad. Awful line, doesn't matter. I am free. I just realized I don't know the name of any Ubisoft Nadeo devs, so I can't be like, oh great, head director of Ubisoft Nadeo, you have saved me from this cursed existence. You have personally changed the game code to let me through this one hard moment. Or some other crap that I do for Final Fantasy XIV, because the Yoshi P is like the face of the game. Well, he's very Rockstar dev. There aren't a lot of Rockstar devs anymore. It's mostly a Japanese thing now. Like, I don't mean, it's like not an aesthetic thing, it's because Yoshi P does look like he could be in a fucking band. What I mean is like big names attached to game projects where it's like the name of the developer, like the person, not like the company, is like enough to get you like, I should get this game because it was made by, I never remember it's John Romero, John Carmack are like two of the OG Rockstar devs, because they made Doom. And then they had an empire for like the entirety of the 90s, where it was just like, oh shit, John Romero and Carmack both came out with a new game. It must be bought. And then they fell out, and Romero released Daikatana, and then they faded into obscurity. I'd say obscurity. Carmack went off to do tech stuff, and I don't know what Romero did. I know he's been playing a lot of older style shooters, the boomer shooters. I know some games have had him make custom levels for them. Oh, like another series that has like a dev that's kind of one of the partly the face of it is the Yakuza series. Man, that dude underwent a huge change. You can find the pictures of the director of the Yakuza series, and like from when the series first started to now, he goes from like this really little nerd looking guy to like I don't know. Not. He had a complete glow up. You know what's something I wish Trackmania would do? Is if you got to this 5th map and hit next, and this was unlocked, I could just go to this one instead of having to go back to this menu. Nadeo's been liking their sausage tech this season. They've had multiple sausage tech maps. Do a flip. Oh. I see this. I see this, Nadeo. My one true enemy. The bobsleigh block. I hate ice, but fuck me, am I worse at bobsleigh, and I'm already bad at ice. Oh, and you need to get through with enough speed in order to make a risky finish. Right. I would take an hour of sausage speed tech over a minute of bobsleigh. Call me the anti-virtual. I hate bobsleigh. Now, mind you, it could just be a severe case of the skill issues. In fact, it almost certainly is, but you don't talk about that around here. That doesn't stroke my ego. And he stuck the landing. What a god. You know, I think I know exactly what's throwing off my groove. And it's something I complained about at the literal start of the stream. It's too hot with my fan off. It's too cold with my fan on. And because it's too hot, I'm performing worse than I am when it's too cold. Yeah, I'm gonna go turn my fan on. Absolutely motherfucking the most adorable thing ever. One of my cats is sleeping up against my pillow. She's using my pillow as her pillow. How adorable. Oh man, I can't wait for winter. Fuck. You know, with how bad I'm playing on a keyboard today, maybe I should have just stuck to the controller. Hop. Yeah, I don't have enough speed. I got speed checked. Speed checked by literally needing to just not crash. Nailed it. Actually, that grass has way more detail than I expected. Like, it's still like 2D. Like, but there's a lot of it. Like, most games, like, nowhere near that much. Why am I even focusing on the grass? What? Why am I so distracted? Paging 1, Mr. Mouse Protector, please focus on the video game. Actually, that's a terrible thing to say. I was focused on the video game. I was focused on the wrong part, though. No! You know what? I'm just going to give up on getting a good first run, because I shouldn't do that, and just get a run. You know, see the whole map. Alright, if I wasn't completely incompetent, that would have been a silver. You know what? This music ain't doing it for me today. We're listening to the Nadeo special. Honestly, this game has a great soundtrack. No. No, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to continue grinding this map. Can I stick the landing? Ah, terrible. Today in Trackmania, a driver crashed his car and flipped it 7 times and landed on his head and broke his neck. For more news, please like, favorite, and subscribe. Back in my day, it used to be like, favorite, and subscribe, not like, comment, and subscribe. That's not even that old. All right, what am I hitting that's causing me to bump like that? This side is just straight up higher up right here, and it's a curved bit. Okay. Also, I hate these Cam 7 controls because I have a multi-monitor setup, and see the mouse cursor? You see it? As I'm just nope. Off screen, off the monitor. It is on a different monitor. If I let go of right click, it's going to be on that other monitor. And if I want to continue turning, or like moving it around, gotta bring it back. Turn, bring it back. It's awful. Also, speaking of awful, the controls in the map editor, whew, they are rough. They do not feel good to use. That being said, don't expect a map from me anytime soon. I messed around with that map editor and I'm not a fan. I applaud the people who managed to get great products out of it. You're amazing. All of you. It is not something I am particularly willing to learn. I'll just be happy with the silver for now, and then move on to the next map. Unless I feel like I can get gold. Then I'm not going to stay happy with silver. I'm going too far to the left. Too far to the left. I could go that far to the left if I was faster, but I'm not. Like, even that wasn't great. Behold the power of not crashing. I saved 4 seconds. Oof. I say as I crash. Well, actually, that technically wasn't a crash. I just missed. You know what? I know what the issue is. Rage quit? No. No. It's simple. This skin. The TSL Shrimp Love skin. I'm sorry, but it's time for you to go. You're bringing me bad juju today. Aurora. I do love the Racing skin. Such a nice skin. Ooh, I didn't notice the tires changed. Like, I noticed the tires changed for this one, but I didn't know about the other ones. I should find a new skin. Something fresh. Now where's some god-awful gaudy skin that looks terrible? One that makes me want to claw my eyes out. That's pretty bad. Blood Samurai. You know what? Look at this thing. It's hideous. It shall be my good luck charm. Come, ugly skin. We're going silver. God, it looks... It looks so bad. It's a terrible looking skin. Oh god. It's so distracting. Oh god, the wheels change color? Look at that. I need to explore the skins more. God, you can do so many things with these skins that I just didn't know about. Changing the... You know what? I just need to practice this map if I want to do shit on it. Hands free? Oh, come on. You know, if there's one thing that playing League of Legends taught me, it's that skins equal wins. If you have a good skin, you will win. Is this a good skin? Not really, but it is a skin. Gives an extra 1d4 advantage. Is that... Would that actually be a thing in D&D? Where it's like... 1d4 advantage? That sounds like I'm completely adding two things that are not really relevant to each other. Like specifically, like, it's a bonus 1d4 for your attack. Okay. Advantage, you roll 2 dice, and you take the highest out of the both of them. Is it, would a 1d4 advantage specifically be the 1d4 has an advantage? Maybe. Ew, gross, that was almost silver. And by almost silver, I mean it was 2 seconds off, but that's 2 seconds off with that god-awful run. I mean, let's just let the replay go. Let's just look at this. Look. Boom. Instantly lost like all my speed. Couple hundred speed right there. Terrible. Go around into this. This is fine. This is fine. This ain't the bad part. Boom. There. Clip the wall. Terrible. Just back wheel smashes straight into it. Not a good landing. Again, not a good landing. And then here it comes. I died inside when I saw that. What was that? What was I doing? What were my inputs? And why were they awful? I need to slow down because I jumped way too high. Why would I jump that high? Yo, who cares if I have a... I care if I have a 3-second time loss already. Disregard the fact that it would be easily recoverable. Please. Nice. However many spins that was. Honestly, spinning like that makes me think of khaki. And, man, I'm glad that khaki is a thing, but I don't ever particularly want to play khaki. Some of the hardest maps, using some of the stupidest glitches and exploits. What's that? You need to get a nose bug? Good luck. It's a cool competition. I'm glad that they do it. I love watching other people do it. I do not like doing it myself at all. When I've messed around like on a couple of the khaki maps, like none of the ones from the current one, besides the one that was on the track of the day. But, whew. Oh shit! Oh, the wheels change color when I brake. Oh my god. They go... I'm sorry. I threw away a run because I noticed my wheels change color. I'm not sorry. I have no regrets. What's the point of playing games if you're not having fun? I may be playing like garbage, but I'm enjoying myself, goddammit. There we go, don't... I didn't crash, but, you see, I need to land over here, not where this sign is. Literally anywhere over here. Just not here. I am getting skill issued rather severely by this. I might need to make it so that I can't hear the game audio and turn on some hype music. Wow, so free. That was awful. And that was a 3.9 second time save. That's the thing about hard maps. You mess up a lot, you mess up hard, and then you fix one mistake, one single mistake, and you basically jump an entire medal. I'm going to come back and grind this one later, but I have spent too long on it already. I'm getting skill issued, and I'm going to let it skill issue me. I'm going to be skill issued by something new. Variety is the spice of life, my friends. I need the... I saw that bobsleigh block and I just froze up. My greatest enemy appeared before me and I just couldn't handle it. Help, help. I was not expecting to be thrown in first person right there. Wait a second. I know something that's different. Oh. One, that's forced first person. Two, wrong camera angle. Camera I was using, camera I normally use. I did a flip. I'm cool. Don't mind me. Just finishing the map. I need to see everything that it has to offer, get a feel for it, and then I'll go cry my way to silver. Oh, a sausage loop? Nadeo, that's evil. Can you give me more of that? I legitimately would take sausage loops over easy bobsleigh. Fuck it. Give me a reactor sausage loop. Ooh, upside down water bounces to the end. Do not work in that camera. How's that bronze? What? What? I fucking swear. They have real low expectations on these maps for getting a medal. Then again, overall, this campaign's actually kind of easy. Like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, ho, ho, Scrappy and Virtual said it was easy, so I'm going to say it's easy too. No, I mean, I got author medal on one of the maps in like 2 tries. I am not good at the game, my friends. My peeps. I am not great. I am statistically above average because I placed in the top 40k, but that's also because I put in enough time to try and get author medals. Most people don't sit and grind a couple maps for a couple hours. You put in the time, and you put in the effort, you too can be statistically above average. And still be dog shit if you look at like all the actual good people. But you're still above average. So take the small wins where you can get them. You know, I don't know if you can drift with your reactor boost down, can you? That run had respawns, that run had like everything bad you can do. Still got silver. Honestly, my one complaint about this map is I think it holds the first person for too long. For when you're doing these loops and stuff. Nope. Nope. Nailed it. Nailed it. Oh, am I even fast enough for this? I am, and I didn't touch the wall, so it was actually a time save. What up? I'm a glorious golden god who has no equal. I am perfect and amazing. Just don't go looking at the records. If you believe Ubisoft Nadeo, I had the world record on every map that I played from my first stream for like the first 2 hours. Please don't take into account the fact that the servers were not updating the times at all. And we're just reporting everyone as first. And as the only player too. Just ignore that fact and I'm secret. Ooh. I didn't realize I could skip that boost. I'm guessing I'm at an awkward speed where I'm just fast enough where I can get where I end up missing it, but I'm not fast enough where I land on it. Suffering from success, but not enough success to actually make it. Whee! Here's a better way of taking those loops. There's definitely a better way of taking that loop. Oh, that was fucking 4 seconds. Why did I restart? Why? That was free! But I grinded on that wall. And so, I hit delete. I deleted that run. Just like everyone deletes a bunch of games shit launches from their memories. Alright. Man, I'm saying that because I love Cyberpunk. It was great. It was fun. But, whoo! That launch was something else. I still PB'd. And I respawned. Oh, that would have been exactly gold. Nice. Man, this would be an easy gold. This one's actually relatively easy gold. Now, mind you, getting to author time is going to be a bit of a struggle for me. But I believe. I also need to get into consistent streaming. Like, I'm trying to like play games separately from streaming, and it's just not working out. Like, if I'm playing a game, I should just stream it. Because one of the things I did the other day was I was going to stream Trackmania, but then I played Baldur's Gate 3 for 6 hours. Could I have streamed Baldur's Gate 3? Yes, I could have. Should I have? Yes. You know what's better than having no content on your YouTube channel, even if it's a bad one? Having any form of content. That's right. I know it's shocking, but having a catalog of VODs for people to peruse, should they ever stumble across them, well, it's better than having nothing. And it's also theoretically better than Twitch because your VODs can be recommended while you're offline. Whatever. Whatever. Come on. Once more. Without the fat fingers. Wow, I didn't go all the way up the wall this time. But I did do a fat... Fat? What was I even trying to say? I was going to say something about doing a 360, but then I said fat. I mean, I guess I could say it's a fat 360, but... You know what Trackmania should add? Death lasers. You go into the lasers, your car just instantly disintegrates. Let the troll maps wars begin. Please don't add that. You know, actually, please do add that. I need to see streamers suffer. I mean, imagine how much more they could suffer with the Fouge if they were death lasers. It'd be glorious. Behold the time save of... I crashed. I was going to say not crashing, but I crashed before I could say it. Behold! I can do the first loop. I am good at video games, my friends. I am totally good at video games. Alright. Loop 1, easy. Loop 2, easy. Sausage loop, not so easy. And whatever side of the sausage loop you go on, you really need to like hold the opposite direction. Like if you're on the right side, you need to hold left like once it starts looping. And I'm just not doing that. Hello, lost speed. Come on. Yeah, made it through the loop. I'm just gonna sit here and practice this sausage loop for a second. That was awful. I should have reset that a couple more times instead of going through the checkpoint. That's a bad angle going into that. And I'm down. Practice the sausage. Practice the sausage. There we go. The sausage has been practiced. Now to never pull it off again. Man, I want to move on, but I know I can get gold. I just need one clean run. Just one. Doesn't have to be an amazing run. Just a clean run. I actually don't believe that I can save 3 seconds here. I'm not. Moving on. Gotta, you know. Well, that's a start. I don't know how I feel about this. It's interesting. I'm going to struggle on this map. Or finally learn how to do ice properly. I don't know which sounds worse. Whatever, that's good enough. Oh, then it goes straight into bobsleigh. Then into icy dirt. What's with that end? That icy reactor dirt crap. That was... It is one of the maps of all time. I can give it that. It's interesting. It's certainly interesting. But interesting and me thinking it's a great map are two separate things. Nice, I slid out. Did they change how ice sliding works completely? Because it feels super different. Like, I feel like I'm sliding out way more out of ice slides. Admittedly, I haven't exactly been playing icy maps since whenever that ice update was. Where they tried to get rid of the wiggle specifically. No, it doesn't need to be perfect. I just want to get my medals. Please, Ubisoft, give me my consolation medal. "24 seconds saved." My God. This is one of the endings of all time. Behold, my super secret strategy. All right. I'm just moving on with that one. I'm sorry, what? Do I land up here? I do. Interesting start. Need to aim more left than that. Yeah, something like that. Oh, you can get super right on that. I don't know if that's better though. Okay, you grind the plastic in order to speed up there. Because plastic has different physics. Alright. And then I guess you bounce off the plastic for that end into a risky finish or something. Or you grind along it. You probably grind along it because of your speed. Instead of... Yeah. Because you hit it near the top if you're going super fast through that. And then you'll go along the curve instead of just bouncing straight off. Yeah, like landing right there was super easy. Now that I've said that, I'm going to be unable to replicate that. Alright. Grind that plastic. No? Yes. Yeah. You just grind that plastic. That's an interesting map. And the most important part, interesting in a way that I personally enjoy. God, I hate this skin, it's so bad. Yeet. If only I was slightly faster. So that was less of a yeet and more of a Kobe. Yeet for power, Kobe for accuracy. You know what Nadeo could do to like add some incentive for getting like their the subscription thing, like club and standard access and stuff like that? Add a couple new songs. and have it locked behind that. You know, not a lot, just like 1 or 2. And have it for like the culmination of the campaign. But only if you have that. That sounds awful. Why would I suggest that? That is anti-consumer as fuck. But it would make them money. I want more music of this type in the game. Remember, boys and girls, if you think of something to introduce money into a game for them to make more, it's going to be implemented in a way that is always, well, almost always, anti-consumer. Just look at Bungie. God, I hate Bungie. I got a couple friends that play Destiny 2, and, well, they acknowledge my complaints and they say, but it's so fun. The gunplay is so good. And it's just like, okay, guys. Bungie's only lied to you for years about a lot of stuff. Good luck with that. Bungie and ethical games? Not since they left Microsoft. Not since they left the Halo series. Poor Bungie, they're forced to put microtransactions into their game because of Activision. Haha, that was a great narrative for Bungie, even though that was objectively not true. They did it on their own. It came out in an earnings call early in Destiny 2. Or was it an earnings call? It was something. Some public document for investors in Activision. And it's like, oh, Destiny 2 is performing above average because blah, 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 blah. They have microtransactions that they went ahead and did themselves. Like, we didn't mandate them. Some shit like that. That is obviously not the actual story itself, mind you. It is wrong in the details, but it's... the idea is basically... But yeah, I don't know. Destiny 2's had a lot of drama. And a lot of it rightfully so. The gunplay is good. It is a fun game. But then you have massive issues like them. Like this happened early in Destiny 2, like real early. They capped the amount of XP you could get per hour. And then when confronted about it, straight up lied on every front until it absolutely blew up in the community with someone posting a video of him getting literally 0 XP. And then other people went to the same spot, did the same thing, and would find that they couldn't get XP for the rest of the hour. Or for roughly an hour. I don't remember the exact details. And it was just like, if there's an XP cap per hour, could you like at least not lie about it? You can. We're not directing you into our store at all. That bright engram, you're totally not capped on how many of those you can get. You just gotta play the game more. And then it turns out there was an XP cap. Whoops, sorry guys. How'd that get there? Totally wasn't there to force you into microtransactions by giving you a taste of better cosmetics than we're willing to put in the base game. Actually, I remember the cosmetics in the store being kind of bad, but I haven't played Destiny 2 in a long time. Don't worry, guys. The next DLC is going to be good. The next DLC was, in fact, not good. It was better. But jumping up from Curse of Osiris was not a hard one. Is that even still in the game? That's part of Bungie's bullshit. Oh, that game that you bought with the expectation several years ago of like getting a specific game and some DLC and then having to move on to a third one? No, 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 you're not getting that anymore. You're getting a live service, boy. And we're going to remove content that you paid for and that you bought this game with the expectation that you would have. Until the server shut down. But nope. There goes my content. Was everything they removed great content? No, but I still paid for it. I still expected to be able to have it. I occasionally went and re-downloaded the game and speedrun some of that early content. You know, like just beat the base game story. Mind you, there isn't a base game story anymore. All that early Destiny 2 stuff, it's not there. You can't play it. Fuck you. Now, some people might say it's for the best, but I say forcing people, or rather, removing something that people intentionally paid for, even if it wasn't particularly great, is scummy. But the game file sizes are getting too big. Well, get good at hiding the fact that you're using assets. Because, my god, you don't try for the enemies. You could at least fucking... God, that's one of the things I don't like about Destiny. There's like 4 enemies. So I mentioned I was going to get skill issued by that one spot. I am. That's not how you do that jump. Oh look, I landed right side up. Ha ha ha. Totally wasn't the water flipping me. No, that was too far. Imagine if there were no checkpoints. Because if there weren't, boop, you could just do this. I love it. The moment I shut up, I start playing noticeably better. Damn, it's almost like I'm focusing on the game instead of remembering controversies over video games, especially particularly old and bad versions of them. It's so slow though. I fucked up. Alright, I'm just moving on. Discovering the next map. Actually, this is the last map. Ooh, they brought back the mushrooms. I like the mushrooms. Okay, I can't do this. I just can't. I need to change this skin. Sure. I don't know what M&M is. But sure. Your skin looks nifty. Keep it low. There we go. I actually released that and didn't keep it low, but let me pretend I did it correctly. I see, I see. I'm assuming because of the type of sand, water bouncing that would be faster. Why did I restart? That checkpoint wasn't even that bad. Like, it wasn't good, but yeah. I could have worked with it. But what is this map? Did they have to put every season in it for some reason? You start in fall, then you go to a nice little spring area. You have a little summer area. And then you end in winter. Although they didn't exactly do it in order. Yup, and then here's the summer aesthetic. Sand, water, you know, it's like a beach. Behold, over-analyzing Ubisoft Nadeo map ideas. And then we exit the summer and enter the winter. How do I drive that better? Do anything but what I just did. But time save! Oh yeah, that's much faster. And that wasn't even a good example of that. Come on. Limp your way around those dirt turns. There we go. Just play it safe. Just play it safe. Doesn't gotta be good. Whatever. Whatever. I will take it. And now, once more with feeling. Feeling that wall. I just don't want to crash on, like, literally the second turn. You know what? I'll take third. Fuck it. Why not? I'm at that point where that's not a big mistake. Look at that. Already faster. That was terrible. I should not have tried that. What was that garbage? Remember, boys and girls, you put garbage inputs in, you're only going to get garbage inputs out. I drove like crap, so my car did its best to commit seppuku. Behold. Behold. Still a PB. I'll be right back. All right. And we're off. That was terrible. No, get in that water. Drown. Feel bad for what you just did. Yeah, that didn't feel particularly acceptable, but it was. All right. That was not good, but my endings are dog shit anyways. Like I said, they're bad. They're real bad. I don't know what to say to that. This may be awful, but there's an easy time save later. Behold, easy time save. Easy time save. Maybe not so much. I mean, I was right there. I was at the end. I just had to finish it. That I slowed down way too much. To the left. To the right. Try a little more. Save a little bit of time. Save a lot of time. Lose that time. By God, was that a time save? Disregard that time loss there. I'm still in the blue. Although probably for not much longer. No fucking way. That was so bad. That was still 3 seconds faster? What? I just... Why? That was terrible. That felt really bad outside the start, like, really bad. And that's still faster. Why? There's just so much time saved everywhere. Everywhere. Look at that. Amazing. You know, just casually 8 seconds faster. Remember, the secret isn't to not fuck up. Just to fuck up slightly less. God. Just... I kept so much more speed on that water bounce that it's stupid. Like, I just carried that for the rest of the run. This bit wasn't great. And this was real bad. I had to release for a split second there. I was not good on my line. That was a terrible landing. Good little fishtail. I kind of YOLO'd that. That I also released on for a second. Actually, specifically, it was for half a second, I believe. If I have the time loss remembered correctly. Oh. It's okay. It's not okay. Nothing will ever be okay ever again. I have made a mistake in a children's card game. I knew I should have held more right on that. As I start doing better on one part of the course, I start doing worse on another. Doesn't matter, got through cleanly. Enough. See? Yeah, that wasn't. Great, but you know. I'm just gonna let that shame sink in for a second. Yes, that was a super delayed comment. I do realize. Come on. Keep that speed up. Yeah. And I pissed away all my time. My only hope is a godlike ending. Do, 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 do. This is the type of restart I would have to do. And there goes my godlike ending. It is gone. I should have mercy killed that instead of finishing it. That was terrible. That drift was for way too long. Wow, that's quite a bit of time save. Swear to God, if I still PB after doing that, I'm going to just rage quit. Physically impossible at this point, but whew, I managed to do it. Overall, I have to say I do like this campaign. It's a nice one. I'm just not a fan of 5. I'm not a fan of 14. I'm not a huge fan of 23. But those are the ones that had like big chunks of ice. And ice maps are disgusting. Why are they a thing? Because having a variety of surfaces to drive on provides you and unique challenges and extends the gameplay loop. And provides a new fucking way of increasing your skill cap. I know. Game design. It's to make the game better, but it's a part of the game I don't like, so it's bad. Now, ice really does get a lot better once you start getting used to it. Like, I was doing a lot better on those final few runs, and it felt a lot better. It's just, it's very punishing. Slight mistake, you spin out and you lose everything. For both ice and bobsleigh. Although I do use ice interchangeably for both because they're basically the same thing. Ice or ice with walls. Ice walls. But yeah, I think I'm going to call it here. Part 2 of the... part 2. The final part of exploring the campaign. I'm actually going to start really grinding on these at some point soon. I'm going to first try to get author medals for most of these golds. I don't know about 14. I do need to practice bobsleigh though, so... whatever. Next Trackmania stream, grinding for author times and golds. And I'll just kind of bounce around the maps. You know, I might just grind for silver for this. Nah. Yeah, I'll do it. But yeah, that's the plan. Next Trackmania stream. I'm gonna stream something else tomorrow if I remember to stream and I don't get distracted playing Baldur's Gate. I need to get back to Cyberpunk. But yeah. Golds, author medals. Lots of tears. I'm going to cry myself to sleep. When I grind for those author times. I should not just stare at the screen. You know. The stream is over. I should have had that up a while ago. This is a very professional stream, as you could tell. I'm totally, on top of everything. So not only do we have the stream ended, I've said my outro before I even got to this, but the stream is actually over now. For realsies.